Hello and welcome to the tutorial on Blender for absolute beginners. In this video, we'll discuss all you need to know about Blender as a beginner. We'll discuss the basic tools which you require, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to make your first 3D render. So let's begin. First of all, you need to download the software. So just go to blender.org and in the downloads tab, you'll find the latest version of Blender. So here you can see for Windows, Mac, and Linux, you can download the software by just clicking on this blue icon. So when you're done installing the software, you will find an interface like this. Here, just go to General and let's start. So by default, you will be having a cube in the scene and a camera and light. All these three things you can see here in the scene collection. So let's start by the basic. So to select an object, you need to left click on the object and the object will get selected. To unselect, just click somewhere else in the scene and it is getting unselected. So to move an object, we have different operations here. So first of all, to move the object, we can simply select the object and select this icon. This is for move. And you see that three arrows has been appeared. These three arrows represent three axes. So the red one represents the x-axis, the green one represents the y-axis, and the blue one represents the z-axis. All these you can see here as well, all the three axes. This is called a gizmo, and with the help of this, you can actually rotate your view. So when I click and drag on this, you can see that the view is getting rotated. And when you click the X, you will see that the top view, this is the top view. When you press the Y, you can see this is the side view. Like that, you can rotate your view. Let's come to the original perspective. Yeah. So this is the original perspective. So yeah. So now if I want to move this in the X direction, in the X direction, I will just simply click on this red arrow and drag it towards or away from me. In that way, I can move it in the X direction. And again, for the Y direction, I can simply press the green and move it like this. If I want to undo any operation, just simply press Ctrl Z to undo. So we have a shortcut also for this. So when you want to move any object, you just simply need to press G and it will move the object in all direction. And you can place the object anywhere you want. To abort the operation, you can simply right click so that it will come back to the original position. Now, if you want to move it in a controlled manner using the shortcuts, just simply press G and the axis in which you want to move it. So suppose I want to move this in the Y direction, so I will press G and Y. So in that way, it will enable me to move in the Y direction. And then again, I can simply select a location and press the object by simply on clicking the left key of the mouse. Okay. Now let's come back to the default position. And so next is how to rotate the object. So to rotate the object, we have this icon. This is the icon for rotation. So this will enable, you can see three circles are there. So this blue one enables it to rotate in the about the Z axis. The green one enables to rotate about the Y axis. And the red one enables to rotate about the X axis. Okay. Then again, we have the shortcut for this, which is R. Just simply press R on the keyboard and you'll be able to rotate it any way you want. And if you want to rotate it again in a particular direction systematically using the shortcuts, just simply press R and the axis of rotation. Suppose I want to rotate it in the Y direction, so I'll press Y. So it is moving in the Y direction. And if I want to rotate it in the Z direction, then R and Z. So now it is allowing me to rotate in the Z direction. Okay, so now third is how to scale it up. So to scale up the object, we can go to this icon. This is for scaling up. Again, we are able to see three directions. So red for x-axis, green for y-axis, and blue for z-axis. You can do so with the help of shortcut as well. So just press S on the keyboard and you can see that it is scaling up in all the three dimensions. And if you want to only scale up in the particular direction, just simply press again the axis after the shortcut. So S and X. So it's now elongating in the X direction. If I press S and Y, it is elongating in the Y direction. So like that, you can make the scaling up of the object. Now let's move to the another mode. So we have object mode here and edit mode. There are several other modes also, but for the basic, we only need these two modes, object and the edit mode. So we will only cover this two modes in this tutorial. So let's go to the edit mode, what it shows. So you can see here, let me come back to the cube again. Yeah. Then go to the edit mode. So you can see the vertices, edges, and faces of the cube are visible. And I'm able to select these vertices. So suppose there are three selections for the vertex, edge, and face. So if I want to select the vertex, in the by default I'm at the vertex selection mode. So just click on the vertex and it is getting selected. Now you can move this vertex by just simply pressing G on the keyboard, and you can see that the vertex is getting moved and the shape, some other arbitrary shape is forming. Again, I can do so with this edge also, vertex also, for the other vertex also. So like that, you can make any kind of arbitrary shape of your choice. Now I'm going back. So just undo it. And now the second is to select the edge. So with the help of edge selection, we can again make the distortion in the cube like this. Okay. So this is for the edge selection. Then we have the face selection too. So this allows us to select the face. And here we have a lot of options. So the first is the extrude region. So with the help of this, it enables us to extrude the face in a particular direction. So suppose I've selected this upper face, you can see the circle has been appeared and a yellow circle, small circle is there. I can just simply click on this and drag it to extrude. I can select this face as well and extrude. The shortcut for this is E. So you can simply press E on the keyboard and extrude. You can extrude both sides, like inside or outside, to make a shape hollow, suppose. So just drag it towards opposite to the direction of the screen. So like this, you can make holes in your geometry. Then you have inset. Inset is to make another face inside one face. So just you can see a circle has been appeared and I can drag it to make an inset face. Let's extrude one more. Now we can try inset. When you perform the operation, you can see a pop-up also here. So with this, you can increase the thickness. And here again, you can extrude it like this. You can see we have a lot of extrusions here. Again, we can insert the face by simply pressing the shortcut I for inset like this and extrude. And we can also scale up or scale down the face. So just simply press S and you can either scale it down or scale it up depending upon your requirements. So like this, you can make any kind of geometry. So this process of making a model is called modeling. So in this edit mode, you can model the geometry. So here we have lot of other options, but don't get overwhelmed with this because we do not need that many options as a beginner. So we'll go back again to the object mode. So here, now we have 4 viewports. So the first one, it shows the mesh of the object. So let me simply delete this object first. So to delete, simply press X on the keyboard and you will see a pop-up appeared. So just click on the delete and the object has been deleted. To add another object, just press Shift A and you can see a lot of options here. Just go to mesh and to bring again the default cube, just go to cube. So now you can see the cube has been appeared and you can increase the size of the cube by this pop-up. So just you can mention any value also using your keyboard. So I'm pressing 5. So let's see. Yeah, now it is 5 meters. So to zoom in on the object, just scroll the mouse wheel and you can see zoom in and zoom out. To change your view, you can just go to the gizmo also and drag it. And you can also press the central mouse button and drag that. So using that, you can change the view. Now, so let's come back to the different viewports. So the first one is the wireframe mode. So in this, you will see the mesh. So every object is made up of mesh. And you can see the mesh in the wireframe mode. Then when we go to the solid view, you won't be able to see the mesh, but you will see the whole solid. And if you want to add color to this, what we do, we need to add material. So in the 2D, we add color, but in the 3D modeling, we add material. Just go to material properties, select new material, and by default, there will be white, but you can change the color from white to any color of your choice. Suppose I select this color, red. Now I can't see the color here, so I need to go to the mode, material viewports. So now I'm able to see the color of this cube. Also, the fourth viewport is the render viewport. So here you will be able to see how the render or final image will look like. So in this, you can see the lighting effect also. And when you go to the camera, you can see this is the camera view of your object. So this rectangle is your image. This much will be the image. So since we can see here that it is not covering up the entire object, we need to go to the uh, view and just lock camera to view. And now just scroll down. So now it is covering the whole region of your object. So this is how you can change the camera view. Now just click on the camera again to come back to the viewport. Now if I want to change the material properties of this cube, suppose I want to make it metallic. So I can increase the metallic property and it will become more of a metallic kind of material. And I can write the values here also. Let's see. I'm writing 0.9 here. And then the metallic material usually do not have roughness. So let's reduce the roughness. Now let's come to the lighting. When you select the light, you can see that the light properties have been appeared here. you are having four different lights. So point light, then sun, then spot, which is to cover only the spot area, and the area lamp. So this is kind of a panel. When you increase the size, you can see it looks like a light panel. Okay. And you can even change the color of this light as well. Just go to color and select any color of your choice. Suppose I select a yellow color here. And I can also increase the power of this lamp. So right now it is 1000. Let's put another zero here to make it 10,000. Now you can see the object has been brightened up. Now, if you want to duplicate this light or duplicate any object, just simply press Shift D, and with this, I can duplicate the light and make it towards the object. And again, I can change the color of this light as well to make it a little bit of, yes, this looks good, bluish. And if I go to the camera view, I can see this is how it will look. I can change the properties here. Let's say 50,000. And for this, let's say 50,000 again. You can see it is, this is how it is. It will look. And you can add other objects also here. Suppose I want to add a circle or a sphere. Let's select icosphere. Now you can see it is inside the cube. So I won't be able to see it. So you can either change the location with this also, or you can increase the subdivisions as well. So when I go to the wireframe mode, I can see the subdivisions for this. And you can see if I increase this value, to see the mesh size, mesh number is increasing. But more the number of meshes, more time it will take for rendering. So we need to optimize this value. We need to keep a uh, optimized value for this. So I think 3 is fine. Now I can select it. I can go to the solid mode and scale it up. Yeah, now you can see there are certain edges are visible and I don't want that edges. So just simply right click on the object and go to shade smooth. So this has formed a smoother surface. Now if I go to the render mode, I can see we have not given any color to this, but still it is brightening because the light is falling on the object. And a little bit of this light is also falling from this side, so bluish color is appeared here. Now just I'll just make these two in the center. So I'll move it using pen icon. And you can give the same color to this object as well. Just select from here. You can select this material or you can give another material. So just delete this one and add one more. So simply delete this one and add one. And you can select the other colors like this. And this is how it will look. And you can again give it properties. So right now it is not metallic. You can increase the roughness to make it kind of an organic one. So this one behaves like a metallic, like a metallic object, but this will not behave a metallic. If you want to make it metallic, you can do so by increasing the metallic property and reducing the roughness. Okay, let's keep a optimal value for this. Yeah. So this is how both the objects will look. So now let's do the final render. So for rendering, we have two different engines. The first one is Eevee and the other is the Cycles. Cycles will give you very realistic images, but it will not be very fast. So we will stick to Eevee because it is very, very fast, faster than Cycle. and we will get a decent image as well. So let's render, go to render and render image. Yeah, so the final image has been appeared here. Now you can see that there is a background, gray background here. And if you do not want that background, we can simply go to the scene properties, go to film and check this transparent box. Now you can see the whole scene has become transparent. Again, go to render, render image. Yeah, now you can see the background has been removed. Now you can simply go to image and save as option to save the image. You can even change the file format from here. So you can select PNG or any other file format of your choice. And that is all you need to know for your first render. And hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. And thank you for joining in. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, do like and let me know in the comments how do you like the tutorial and what else do you want me to teach you. Thank you so much.